Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and it's this evening. It's dark out. It's 10 minutes to 5, and I've been playing around with this copper loop stove. So let's take a look at the inside of it. There's two rings in there. One is a ½ ounce, and one's 3/4 ounce. Now, it'll boil 2 cups of 65-degree water on just a skosh over a ½ ounce. So I think that's pretty frugal. Now, I also added another jet in here because it was kind of going up and almost coming out of here every now and then, the flame and pulsing. So I put another jet in it, and it's much more forgiving now. Doesn't take a lot of alcohol to prime it. I usually over prime it. Now, once it takes off, it'll burn down inside for maybe a minute or so before it comes up and goes to roar. And I'm not absolutely convinced that roaring is the most efficient way to do it. But nonetheless, that's what it'll do after a while. So, and while that's coming, this is the one I got in the mail from eBay, and it's designed to hold like a couple ounces and 1.5 ounces and burn hours. So it doesn't roar at all. It's pretty quiet. Yeah, so I'll turn the lights out so you can see both of them going. This one hasn't come. This one will roar after a minute or so. Yep. Okay, here's the one I got on eBay. You can see that's just the way that burns. That's it. That's as good as it gets. It's not very hot. It's kind of a Bunsen burner thing. It's not supposed to be real hot. And it's not supposed to roar. But I guess it'll burn, you know, 1.5 hours, 2 hours on a couple ounces of alcohol. So, and this one is still warming up. Although I'm not thoroughly convinced after watching this one that maybe that isn't the most efficient way to make it burn. And I could make it burn that way all the time if I put another jet on it. But this will come up in the next minute or so. This will come up and go to a roar, and I'll turn the camera. Okay, it's been, a minute and a half, and this has come up to heat. And you can see it's much steadier, much more smooth than it was with the extra jet. This one also seems to be not too bad in the wind, better than a regular stove. It seems to buck the wind a little bit because it is fairly high pressure. But I think what I'm going to do next is, after watching the Japanese guys, I'm going to make a windscreen that sets right on top here, made out of solid aluminum, and mill some vents in it around it and see how that works, because that's what the Japanese guys did, and it really looked nice. So I think I'm going to do that next. But this is starting to show some promise. I turned a lot of aluminum off it today and lightened it up probably 1 ounce. But if I can get this coil size down some, I can really shave some weight off it, because copper is really heavy. So that's what I'm going to do next, is try to get a windscreen around it to see if that doesn't help the performance some in the wind. Now, I tried 90% alcohol in it, and it would burn it fine, but it burned with a yellow flame, and I really think it would have sooted up the pots. I played around with the jetting and didn't get too far with that. Robert Berg has one that runs on Coleman fuel. I could get this one to run on Coleman fuel, but I couldn't get it to roar like Roberts does. Roberts really burned blue. Mine burned a little yellow and didn't roar quite. It's probably in the jets, maybe some other design, but I think I'm going to stay with alcohol on this one and build a windscreen next and see how we go there. Maybe the next thing after the windscreen, I think I'll try to make another one and lighten it up some. But if I could make this coil a lot tighter circle, I could really shave some weight. But I'm not sure that size copper will take much more of a... I've seen people pack them with sand. I've got some ideas, maybe pouring it full of lead, bending it, and then melting the lead out of it, something like that. I don't know. I'll let you know. So business is brisk. I see the orders are coming in tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to be building lids, probably among other things, but lids basically. I got the legs for the Moodoo, the M6, in the store, and now the lids are sold out. So I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors. Try to enjoy your alcohol stoves, and try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.